Why are you never real? Whenever you appear, you leave me with that grace. I am trembling with fear, but I know that you will disappear just as I awake, a whisper in my ear. Well, I believe that somewhere in the past something was between you and I, my dear, and it remains with me to this day. No matter what I do, the scar will never fade. So let's make trouble in the dream world. Hijack heaven with another memory now. I'll make the most of the turning tide. It's just split what's left of the burning silence. Don't wait, cause this could be the last time you turn up in the reveries of my mind. I'll wake up to a suicide frenzy. Loaded dreams still leave me down. Somewhere in the past, something was between you and I, my dear, and it remains with me to this day. No matter what I do, this wound will never heal. Why are you
Good morning. Good morning. Wait, am I getting a double echo? Whoa, hold on. Hold on. Whoa. I can hear myself double time in my headphones. Hold on. Maybe I should go without the headphones. Let's take a listen to the YouTubes. Good morning. Wait, am I getting a double? Okay. No double. Okay, all right. Hello, welcome to Lunar Beats Crypto. We ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. I am David, and today we're going to be going over some Bitcoin, some altcoin, some everything, some this, some that, and everything in between this and that. But yeah, so hey, green screen in full effect. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Why? Why do we have the staticky things? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Anyways, let's try to move past the static. And let's just say, hello, friends. How are you all doing today? Let's go ahead and say hello to anybody that is in chat. That would be BC Port Corp and All Set. Let me know in the chat, guys, if I sound just fine. It sounds fine to me. Sounds fine to me. All right. Let's just go ahead and pull up chat. For some reason, the Streamlabs ain't pulling up chat, but it is what it is. So, guys, what are we looking at right now? So, Bitcoin's getting a little bit of a pullback currently. So, I want to go over some things today regarding like open interest and some perp volume, some spot volume, stuff like that. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So this move that we got on Friday was a little bit tricky, a little sneaky, sneak, unless you know what you're looking at. So first thing I need to point out is, let's just go over here. Let's go, where's my drawing tool? There we go. All right, so this is what we're looking at right here, guys. Let me see. Are we looking good? Do I need to move myself over a little bit? Let's do that. Move myself over just a tad. There we go. All right, so on Friday, we got open interest, price moved to the upside, open interest moved to the upside. Now, what is interesting is if we look at our spot volume across how many different exchanges? Across 4 different exchanges, Binance, Coinbase, Bybit, and OKX. We can see that our spot volume was actually kind of flat in this whole move up, okay? But our aggregated volume, our aggregated delta was moving up. So, and our open interest was moving up. So what does that tell us? That tells us that this move was not spot driven, okay? It means that it was driven by perpetual longs, which means it is not a healthy move to the upside. It means the market is getting over leveraged, in my opinion, and we'll probably see at least a pullback, which, I do have an area of interest here, and I'll go over why I see that as an area of interest. First of all, we have these 3 down candles on our open interest, while at the same time we have 3 up candles on our price. So this is telling me these are positions, probably shorts, that got in late. They saw the breakdown here, opened up short positions. It started to move against them, so they started closing out, or they were getting liquidated depending on how much leverage they were using. So because of that, and we see that our spot volume increased in that same time period, and our perp volume was flat. So this says this was a spot buy, and then that led to our upside. So we got a spot buy here, so that is why I am considering that as a downside target that we could see a bounce off of, or it's probably just an area of interest for price to get down to, because we know that we have spot demand there. So just wanted to go over a little bit of that. We can also see that you know, I mean, this is our open interest is just kind of getting a little crazy. Let's see, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's go to the 4 hour, see what we're seeing. And this is something that I've been pointing out for a while now, and that is that we are getting back up. We were back up at the same levels as the Japan carry trade, as we were at the Japan carry trade before that whole thing broke us all down. We can see that on our open interest, we were right up there, getting back up into that area. Excuse me. Getting back up into that area of open interest. So this just says that there's a lot of froth in the market, especially when you see the fact that our perpetual, or not our perpetual, but our spot volume and our perp volume really, but everything's kind of pushing to the downside, whereas open interest is pushing to the upside. So it's just more confluence that it's not really spot that has been driving a lot of this. It has been a lot of just futures trading. So I'm still expecting for the market to get rid of all of this froth, and for us to get a nice decent pullback back down to the bottom of this range at the very least is what I am looking at. Coming down here to 52.4 down here, sweep this low, I think is something that we could definitely see. But we do have this uptrend, possible uptrend, creating higher lows, higher highs. The only problem is that this is kind of turning a little bit into a wedge, which these do tend to break down, and then from there we would just take our pole, which is this down move here, and then from wherever we break down from, this would be our this is where we would place our measured move target, and that could get us down to 40K. I don't know that we'll get down to 40K, but it is definitely something that I would that is on my radar. Losing this level here, I could definitely see that. But you know, like I was saying on the Good Morning Crypto show the other day, is let's go ahead and go to the trading view chart. Let's zoom out a little bit. What I was saying the other day is that we could see a move down. Sorry, my nose is so itchy. Could see a move down like so. We do have these lows that we can come and take out. Low over here, come and take out and get a bounce, and then we will see what we do if once we get up to this 68K level, 68ish K level. So I'll be watching that closely. So we could get that bounce. Now, if we do get that bounce, we are putting in these higher lows, and depending on how you look at these, for me, it's like these are points where people have their stop losses placed. So these will be areas of interest for market makers to come down and tag to the downside. Now, what would I be looking for upside? We do have this can sometimes turn into a reversal and move out of here. This would actually be pretty darn bullish if we were to get something like this. We can actually go over to MSTR MicroStrategy, take a look at what it's been doing. And MicroStrategy last week, interestingly, put in a new all-time high. So Bitcoin and MicroStrategy do obviously kind of go together hand in hand almost in price action. Let me go ahead and turn off these indicators real quick. Turn all of that off, and let's go ahead and throw up a Bitcoin chart. Okay, So there's my long-term thesis on Bitcoin, but let's pick a different chart for that. Let's do Binance. I don't think I have anything on here is old. Let's see, get rid of this. There we go. Let's change this from weekly to 4 hour. All right. Now 4 hours is going to be a little too much. Let's do the daily. But we can see right here. All right. So let's see. Top comes in here for Bitcoin. And what happens? MicroStrategy actually puts in a higher high. And then Bitcoin starts to go down, and so does MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy puts in a low and then shifts to the upside. Okay. Bitcoin puts in a low, shifts to the upside. But the difference between MicroStrategy and Bitcoin is that, well, no, looks like they probably, this one didn't create a new high, so that's fine. But this is the one that I was looking at earlier this week, and that is the fact that MicroStrategy actually put in a higher high here, or a higher low rather, and a higher high, while Bitcoin put in lower highs and lower lows. So it's not exactly a one-to-one comparison when we're looking at MicroStrategy versus Bitcoin. So it's not something, it's something that I would consider, you know, like, okay, maybe this whole move here might not be what it looks like, or it could be fool's gold, or it could be the start of expansion. Well, someone that I do follow in this space and respect a lot is Blockchain Backer. I do like a lot of the stuff that he puts out, especially little nuggets, little things that he creates, or that he finds in the market that I find pretty interesting. Let's see if I can, not trading view, see if I can pull one of his tweets up, because it's actually pretty interesting to me. But let's see. Oh, X Premium. It has a 40% off sale. Okay. I still haven't got X Premium. So I do want to try to find a specific thing that he was sharing and that he created, because it's pretty interesting, pretty neat stuff. See if I can find it. Let's just move over here. All right, so this thing right here, all right, so apparently this thing that he put together is like, it's supposed to signal breadth in the market, and essentially what he's done is he created an indicator that starts showing signs or starts moving to the upside when like 70% of the altcoin market starts moving to the upside, showing that breadth opening up in the market. So I definitely think that we are, at the very least, extremely close to the end here. Whether or not my thesis, my bear thesis, actually turns out is, you know, the question, right? I don't know if it will or not. You know, I can't predict the future. I can only have a thesis, right? And so far, now we are starting to deviate from my original thesis, which was, okay, we'd get down here and then we would start, you know, giving a fake little move to the upside. Now last week I did go over how, you know, I think, and earlier in the stream, how I think that, you know, we could possibly see a move up, and then that is when we get the move to the downside. So one more move to the upside, bring in as many of those frothy longs as possible, only to wreck their hearts, and then that's it. Now, my theory on this was okay, we could possibly see that move up. People think Pumptober, right? Then we get into November, then we have an election, and then no matter who wins, I think that we'll probably get an initial drop off of that. Don't look at price, just consider the action, the price action that is happening. I just think that, no matter who wins, it will initially be taken as a negative. No matter who it is, it'll be taken as a negative. Stocks, the markets will react probably negatively, no matter who it is. And then they'll turn around and we'll go to Pump City. So either way, I do see us on the high time frames, zooming out. I do see us, I can go to my Bitstamp chart. So, I mean, you can see I clearly have us moving to the upside, and then having a multi-year bear market for the first time in our industry's history, for going more than 1 year, at least for Bitcoin, like a 2-year bear market. Let's see who can survive that. If you do, congratulations, you're a legend. So, but anyway, either way, whether we're already put in the low or we have another low to go, doesn't really matter to me, because I'm still seeing upside on the high time frame. So don't be mad because I might be short-term bearish or whatever. Just understand that either way, whichever way this breaks, I still see more upside. So there we go. Let's go ahead and let's just a little bit on Bitcoin. Well, before I move on, let's go ahead and go back to Blowfin chart. Let's get to this week. See if we can go over this week. Let's get rid of the forecast. I am currently in a short, but I might need to go ahead and take profits on that. Let's take a look. Maybe. I do have that area of interest down here though. So keeping that one there. So let's go ahead and see. Well, let's start from the top. Let's go to the weekly and just see what we're looking like on there. All right. So coming up on a weekly close, this could be a fairly bullish candle, with the long lower wick showing, back-to-back weeks, long lower wicks showing the bulls. We definitely have demand at 60K, so just maintaining above that right there. So we got to close there. We're still closing above that 61,400 level, so staying above that, we could probably remain bullish, probably stay bullish. And the fact that this is kind of a doji candle, it's not at the bottom. See, I like to see dojis at the bottom of swing levels like this. I want to see it take out a low and then create that doji. Just seems to be more probable that it is a reversal signal. So this one, this candle right here, I could say, hey, we are putting in the reversal. But hey, only time will tell, man. Only time can tell. Why is this so off? I did not want to add. All right. So this is our election. What is this? Do I have a second FOMC thing on here? What is this? What is this one? Get rid of this. Nope, not that one. Alright. Oh, I just got like a weird headache thing. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning. Hold on, I need to grab my energy. Oh, Ghost. Death in a can. All right, let's see. So we got the U.S. presidential election coming up. Probably the biggest catalyst coming up, other than, and we got the FOMC that same week. So I just expect for the remainder of this month to see an increase in volatility. What happened to my Velo chart? Did I close it? I guess I did. Gosh. Save second base. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Hello? Thank you. Forgot what I was doing. Sorry. Oh, I know what I was doing. Not the Velo chart, but the Forex Factory. Calendar. Wow, we've got nothing this week. Nothing until Thursday. Huh. It's usually a good time for traders. No, we'll see. David, good morning. Good morning, Alexandria. Alexandria? No, Alexandra G. Alexandra G. G. All right, so we got a forecast of 141,000 unemployment claims. Previous was 158K. If that comes down, that's showing the labor market is still strong. So core retail sales pushing higher, showing spending increasing, which increases demand, which increases inflation. Core retail sales month over month looking to remain 0.1%. So we've been having for the last, what was this last month? The last month, 3 p.m. UTC. What time is that? Oh, cool. Just docs where I live. That's cool. That's 10 a.m. for me, so that's 11 a.m. for 11 a.m. for when we see the most trading happening over the past month, or the most volume. So at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So interesting. Then 6, 7, 8, then 9. So Asia, 10 and 11. 9 and 11. And 11 and 5. So it's interesting seeing the times of when we see some movement, downwards movement around 11, 12, 1, 2 p.m. Interesting. So it's almost like we get to move during the AM hours, a positive move in the AM hours, then we come down and we sweep some lows in the PM, and then we move back up by 5 p.m. Looks like what has been the trend for the past month or so. So that's what that's interesting. I like looking at that stuff. And then Thursdays and Fridays tend to be the most profitable for the past month. Past 3 months, Thursdays and Fridays most profitable. Thursdays and Fridays past 6 months. sometimes Mondays. For the past 2 weeks, Thursday or Friday for sure. The past week, Friday for sure. Yep. Just got off of that big move that we got on Friday. All right. So, week ahead, what are we going to do? Good question. I think let's go ahead and turn off money mode on here. Make sure I got everything on here. Power. All right, so we gotta kind of look at the oscillators to kind of get a feel for what we're looking at. Everything is kind of still below the zero line, but let's see here. Let me move this up so I can see. So we do have lower lows, right, being put in here, but our money flow slightly increasing, so that's a little bit of a bullish divergence. Our trend fusion isn't giving us the same divergence though, and neither is our true 7. So I don't know. We're all below. God, I don't know why my nose is so itchy. I swear it's like as soon as I turned on the stream. Hola, French Toaster. Hello. Alex of Crypto. Good morning, you gorgeous, sexy, bearded dragon. About to get on the road. We'll be listening to the Alpha. This is Alexandra G. Be careful on the road. Be careful. Yep. All right. Good to see you all in the chat. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button. #1 way to support the channel. Help me, help you. All right. Are we going to see some upside this week? I don't know. So with there only being like one data point this week coming in for economic data points, kind of makes me think what other event could take place that would drive price. Typically when you don't have news, you don't really see a lot of price movement. You might get some chop. So definitely would be looking for that. Now, I do want to get into this new trading strategy that I started building last night. Sorry if you can hear those sirens. That I was getting into last night because it's all about sweeping levels and playing off of those levels. So I don't really, I mean, the bias doesn't really matter too much on the high time frame when it comes to the trade that the strategy that I'm trying to create here, because I want it to be as simple as possible. But like this right here. So I built this fib. You can't see the 0 or the 1. You can't see the 1. Got the 786 and the 886. Really, the 786 is the one that gets tapped the most. But if I just go back, I can show you where this has worked in the past. And I want to show you, let's go to the 15-minute, because I just want to show you guys. So let's go to Monday of last week and let's just go through the whole week. So this is what I was going through last night. So Monday, we did get a sweep of this high over here, but there was nothing really telling me that I nothing good to enter on really. The entry really came on Tuesday for a possible trade, and that is because we had these relatively equal highs here. So once we came up and swept those, that would tell me, all right, let me draw my trading fib that I'm using for trading. Let me grab the last high before we broke the lows over here. Okay, that's the last high. Come down to the low prior to the run up, and then we get the run up, and it comes right into our buy zone, or our trade zone, our entry zone, as I'm going to call it. I'm going to call this the entry zone. And then from there, we just aim for the lows on a short. So if I was to put in short trade here, the red line is my stop loss. I'm working on maybe moving that because I've been noticing that this thing, if I get my sweeps right, and I'm still working on it, so it's not complete. That's why I put in the title, Building a New Trading Strategy. This, I was considering, this would probably be my max stop loss. But outside of that, I would want to, I've noticed that it doesn't really leave this box. If I do my trades this way, if I look for the sweeps, it doesn't really leave this box. I don't know that I found one yet. So, I mean, that would be a nice 5-to-1 trade setup right there. If you're just aiming for the lows and you're all good, I mean, I don't even need an indicator for this. Okay, I don't need an oscillator for this. This is all based on time and price, and that's it. So let's go into Tuesday. What do we get? We get some sweep of some lows, then we come up, sweep some highs up here. We get those sweeps, so let me go ahead. Let me go to the high before the breakdown, before we sweep the lows. It comes up, and we come right back up, and bam, right into that area. Right into it. Right into it. And then bam, all the way down. So I'm still refining because that still didn't quite live up to what I was looking for there. But that's okay. I'm still working on when and where to place these fibs. But if you get it right, man, it's kind of crazy. Let's see. Last high. Now this one probably doesn't hit. Nope. So this one doesn't get up to that level. Pretty strong push to the downside. Is there, and this is why I'm building it, because I'm like, all right, what could I have done? Is there anything I could have seen in here that might have given me an edge to help me get in on this move right here? If no, well, then there's one thing that I do know. And also, these sweeps happen at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, between 8:30 and like 10:30 or 11:30 even Eastern Standard Time. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the big moves. Now, if I go from this high to this low right here, because we clear the high over here, then we come down, we clean up a little bit of this block here, but we don't take out this low, then we get a big push up. I should go ahead and just draw a fib and see what happens from this high to this low. See what happens when price gets up here. Big, massive rejection. I could probably go ahead and enter a short just based off of that alone. So, and then we just drive price to the downside. Price to the downside, I should say. Okay, what are we doing right here? There we go. That being my stop right there, and then moving on down, sweeping lows. Good 3.4 to 1 trade, 1.39%. No indication of reversal, so you could technically hold on to this for an even bigger gain. I mean, that's what I would do. But first, once you cross this, your next low or your next swing point, you still want to take something off the table. A lot of people take 50% of their trade off of the table. I would maybe do 25%, and then by the time we sweep a major swing level, then I'll take 50% out, and then let the rest ride. While also, once we break a swing level, that is also when I would move my stop loss to either break even or in profit, one of the two. That way, we're just protecting our capital, and if it does come back against us, hey, we've already taken profit, and then we're out of the trade. We're not taking any losses. So it's risk-free trade. Sweep those lows. Bring your brooms. Says French Toaster. FD White in the house. What is going on, FD? How you doing, my guy? Hope you are doing well. So that little move down right there, that big move rather, that big move down right there, that could have been my first indication. All right, and it happening. We sweep right before 8:30. We get news, we drop. Okay, get news, we drop. Go ahead, throw my fib on it. Come right back up to that 786. Comes right up to the 886, and then roll over. So beautiful play there. Could we have caught another move here? So last high before we break this low right here. Come up into that 786. Last high before we break this low here. Okay, come right back into that 786 pocket. Don't get it from this high. The last high came right back into it. Massive rejection. Go ahead, go short, write it down. So like I said, it's a work in progress, but I'm liking what I'm seeing out of it so far. And go to even further. I don't even know the hit what we're looking at. Let's just go as far back. Let's just go far. Here we go. Let's just pick a random. This can't be a weekend. Although it does work on the weekends. Let's just go to, all right, Monday. Now, I don't typically trade Mondays because Mondays typically set up the rest of the week. But let's see. We've got a sweep of a low here. So then I would be looking for this last high before the sweep right here. Okay. Come down to this low, whatever low it is. So right here, I would be looking to come up here. We don't get there. Okay, so I don't enter the trade. This low, bounce up, don't get there. Not entering a short. Right here, don't get there. Not entering the short. By this time, I've missed a trade. Okay, New York is over. I'm done. It's Monday. Oh well. All right. Now let's see. What can we do here? All right. So here, we get a push down. First, we get to push up. Then we get a push down. We take out a low. What am I doing? I'm going to be looking at this right here. And then I see, all right, we blow right past that level. Not taking a short on there. What could I have done to see if I could take a long? Well, we cleared these highs here. So then we get a big rejection here. What can I do? Let's see. Last low before this high, come right back down. All right, so this is where I've got to start working on why would I want to look at this from this low to this high, okay? So that's what I'm currently working on, because you can see it just nails it and then launches. So I've got to figure something out on that, okay? I've got to figure something out on that. I don't know if it's adding Market Oracle Pro by Chart Prime. Okay, look, we're green. We're bullish, right? We're bullish. This is saying, all right, we're green. We're bullish. This is AM hours before the market even opens. Market opens, come up, get a little sweep down, and then we launch. So maybe if the quantum reactor by Chart Prime, if it flips green, maybe then I'm only looking for long setups, right? So let's come over here. Let's see. We're red going into New York. We sweep a low, last high before the low. Let's go ahead and let's take that this high here, come down to this low, come right back up, meet the quantum reactor, come back down and sweep that low. All right, quantum reactor was red, so we can take that short from that level there. This is going to be our automatic stop loss right here. And then we just aim for the lows, this low right here. And there we go. We've got a nice 1.15% trade. Not bad. Almost a 3-to-1 also. So not a bad trade there. So let's see. We flip green, bullish. This looks kind of crazy. Sweep down. I bet you this comes down to that level if I just pull this here. Yep, right down to it. Look at that. Right down to it. So, and remember, we're looking for, bullish swings. And even if I come down here, right, and if I go to the last low before this high, we still come down to that level and we do not get stopped out. So these are my levels. These are my things for the fib. I got a 0, 0.5, 0.786, a minus 0.618. This is for your target. A 1.13, which is the stop loss, and then an 886 for that box. So yeah. So because our quantum reactor was green, starts flipping green, we can start to look for what do you call it? We can start looking for longs. We can start trying to put in some longs. I don't need the horizontal line. Let's see. I want to turn on money mode because it makes this a little easier to see. What do we got? Just money flow. So money flows in the green. And this one would be kind of tricky. Not sure if I would take that trade. Maybe I would. Maybe once we got above here and got a little bounce off of that, off the quantum reactor, that might be a good sign to go long. Let's see here. So we're still green. So maybe we're still looking for the buys. What do we see in the morning here between 8:30 and 10:30ish? Let's see. We get sweep of a high, sweep of a low. So we go high and low here. Yeah, this is just all messy chop. I probably wouldn't even trade this day, and I don't think I did. I don't think I traded this day. Yeah, that's just messy. But hey, you can see what I'm doing, what I'm building, trying to build something that is very easy to follow, and maybe I can find another indicator other than this Market Oracle Plus, something free that we can work with to try and turn this into a highly profitable and successful trading strategy. So, but it's always played off of the AM hours, the 8:30 hours. I've also noticed a lot of it playing off of Asia highs or lows and stuff like that. So it's just something that I got to get some fine tuning in, but it's something that's been working. So, or that does work, or it looks like it could work anyway. So yeah. Bro, go. I love you. My dog's gonna knock over all my lights and my green screen and everything. He's a good boy, but gets in the way sometimes. As most pit bulls do. They just get in the way. Where's my little arrow that used to bring me over all the way? All right, so we're getting a little bit of a bouncy bounce. Let's go ahead and put a line here. This is going to be some possible resistance. Go to line. There we go. I would say that this wick, because we know that there was a lot of volume anytime you got a wick like that. So I'd be looking at that wick and see what kind of reaction we get there. Now our money flow is still kind of pushing to the downside. Not really showing any indication of a real reversal just yet. But we are getting a nice bounce here, but that could just be getting us up to back up to resistance. Last high before this low, before we sweep a low. Let's go ahead, take a look, and right there. So Let's see. It's a 15-minute chart. I don't know if I'll be on long enough to see if this plays out or not. We'll see. So yeah. How are you guys doing? You got anything you want me to look at or what? We got 10 people watching. 10 people watching. Thank you for being here. If anybody wants to come on, like you, Alex O Crypto, just let me know. Haven't had you on in a while, so would love to have you on. Let's take a look at some altcoins. XRP, what are we doing at XRP other than dying? Is this what I drew on here? Alright. Yep. Something that also I need to look at. So just so you guys know, I will be eventually, once I get into my new house, this is what I'm thinking it's going to happen. I got a mosquito bite. I will be doing a night show on Piper Academy. So I think I'm calling it Markets After Dark. It'll be coming on after what, like, let's see. TradeFly and FD go on at like 7:30 my time, so that's 8:30. This show would be 11, probably 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, so 10 to 11 for me. I know it seems late, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, I'm going to be going over a lot of stuff on that show. Should be a lot of fun. I'm going to create a show portfolio, and I'm just going to show you how I build my portfolio, or how to build a portfolio, how to have a good one, and how to properly, or how I like to allocate my my assets and stuff. So when it comes to crypto. So yeah. Yes, that's cool, man. I don't know. I guess for my own show. Is that what you're saying? That's cool for? Yeah. So yeah, I'll be going over a lot of that. But one thing that I do want to go over in that is something that we need to be paying attention to. I need to add more on here because there's just not enough on here. But our altcoins versus Bitcoin. Something that we definitely need to look at. Zcoin versus Zcash. Zcash versus Bitcoin. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. Let's just get rid of all the indicators. All right. So hefty money flow here on the weekly chart for Zcash and Bitcoin. Where is ETH? Where's my Ethereum? ETH. Here we go. Look at that. Nice. Drag it on down. Bitcoin just continues to gain dominance. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. Getting so close to that 60 level, guys. So close to that 60 level. It might even go up to 70 at this rate. Especially if we get another dip, another pullback. I could definitely see Bitcoin starting to really taking over some of that dominance. So yeah, I've just been watching that dominance. It's still steadily creeping on up. It's not altcoin season yet. This is what alt season looks like right here. Right? Well, no, maybe not that. No, that was the whole market dumping. This is what alt season looks like. Either way, if dominance is dumping on Bitcoin, then yeah, this is alt season right here. Dominance is dumping on Bitcoin, meaning dominance is going to the altcoins, meaning the altcoins are gaining against Bitcoin. So, which we are not seeing any signs of that right now. Are we? No. Keeps moving to the upside. Keeps on moving to the upside. Getting a little shaky as we're getting closer and closer to that 60. Wonder if it'll get up to that 66 and maybe even 7. I wonder if it gets up there. I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will, but we will see. Let's go take a look at ETH. What is ETH doing? All right, are we at? All right, we're testing some levels here. Testing some levels here. Average buy price. How old is that? Oh no, I just redid my my portfolio the other day. And yeah, that's my average buy price for Ethereum. It's $3,333. I didn't buy a lot. I don't own a lot of Ethereum. I don't own a lot of anything other than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is 50% of my portfolio. Let's take a look. So this is what I will be going over on the show, on the night show. If I can, there we go. Sheet. There it is. So I'm going to be doing something like this. Trying to see. Here, let me just change some numbers real quick. Nah, I'll just. Oh, I know what I can do. Let's. Can we duplicate? Duplicate. All right. So holdings. We're just gonna zero them out. 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay. Total invested 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. You'll see what I'm talking about in just one sec. Okay. All right, let's move this on over. There we go. So this is what I'm talking about on portfolio. Let me see. All right, so this is basically what I have built out. So we can see the amount invested, our holdings. So if I was to put $100 right here, minus, let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So we can see total P&L is minus $100 because I got no holdings. Okay, hold on. I don't know what happened there. All right, so let's just say I got 0.001 in my holdings. So and I put in my price here, last weekly close, balance is 62. So what would happen if I put 0.01? Okay, so I've got this set up to where there's I don't know, 63K last monthly close. Let's just put that on there. 63K last monthly close, but it'll go. I multiply. I've got my amount listed and my holdings. Multiply these or my holdings by the price, and let's see what we get. And then I do this times my holdings, and that's how I get. Okay. So if I just type in, let's say we close at 65K, it'll adjust it. I got my balance $650 off of $100 investment. This is my holdings. So whatever my holdings is and that $100, that is going to be my average buy price, right? So my average buy price is probably super low. If 10K, I guess, would have been my average buy price if I've got this type of holding for this amount invested. Okay, so 0.001, and we're looking at $65, and that is why I would be in the negative. Why? What is your problem here? Well, that should be. Oh, that's why. All right. So yeah, just a little spreadsheet that I created to go over. So and then we have a cash bag. So anytime we take profits, we want to throw it in our cash bag or realized gains. Our cash bag is a position. So this is going to be like, this is what we're going to add to our portfolio. Hitting the head on the weekly fair value gap on BTC dominance, says Tony Soprano. So yeah, you can see we can just add, you add your coins that you own, you add your amount that you invested, then you add how much of it that you hold, and then each week we can come over here, and this is what we're going to do is on Mondays, I think is what we're going to do is when we're going to do our portfolio overview is on Mondays, we'll come in here, we'll put in the weekly close price, and we'll see how we did for the past week. I do have something old on here. I stopped messing with it because I don't know why, but so this is kind of what, probably because I was losing money and I wasn't happy, but I was going month by month. This is from 2022. Month by month, quarter by quarter, just kind of seeing how everything was looking overall. So yeah, trying to get a little bit more deep into the whole investment thing, and but yeah, I also want to have something set up to where I have like set targets for certain thing to where that's just where I'm gonna get out at, and if it gets there, then it gets there. But so yeah, I'm working on some stuff to help not just you guys but myself, but to help everybody. So working on it all, man. Just working, always trying to improve, not only for myself but for you guys as well. So yeah, one thing that I do want to look at is the Russell 2000, which has been putting in some moves lately, so starting to get some expansion on that Russell. Let's see, but we are still within the triangle, so looking to break out of the triangle on the Russell. So still looking for that true expansion in the market. So your Russell 2000 is your small cap stocks. So this is basically, if this starts moving, then that's kind of signaling to us that we're the market's becoming a little more risk on. If the market becomes more risk on, that is good for risk on assets such as crypto. So we want to see this become super bullish. Now this looks like a super bull flag right here. So we'll see what the week ahead produces for us. And I'm not tossing my my bear case out of the window until it gets invalidated. So has not been invalidated yet, although there are signs that we are at the very least coming to a conclusion of this whole consolidation range that we have been in for 6 months plus. $215 days from the high. Oh, oh, these markets. This Bitcoin market, it's a pain in the butt. But yeah, man. Tesla tanked after the robo-taxi thing. Not sure why. I was watching Meet Kevin. He was talking about something about it doesn't seem like Tesla is really helping themselves when it comes to like recession proofing their company. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what the market has to say about that. But this is a move that I could see happening as long as we don't take out this low over here. This would be fine right here for this to come back down and hit these lows over here, or this could just continue to the upside. But it is looking a little more corrective in here with these 3-wave structures. We've got 1, 2. Let me try to zoom in on this. We've got 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Never try to do this stuff with the magnet on. 1, 2, 3. That is a corrective. Oh my goodness. Corrective structures are 3-wave structures. And then we come down and we break wave 1. So that automatically invalidates this as being a bullish impulse to the upside. And it looks more likely that this is another ABC down to the downside. This might be a good spot to buy, probably below these equal lows over here at about 165 or so. This could still be healthy. It could still come down here, sweep this low as well before shifting back to the upside. So if you are into Tesla, there you go. Happy Sunday, y'all, says the blockchain report. Happy Sunday, blockchain report. Let's see, you said hitting the head weekly fair value gap. Let's go to the weekly. So yeah, we do have a weekly FVG sitting here. Bing, bing bong. So yeah, weekly FVG. Now, to me, I'd be looking more for an order block. More for the order block than I am that fair value gap. If anything, that fair value gap needs to get filled. And since we didn't have a harsh rejection off of the fair value gap, that kind of tells me that it is going more likely to get filled and push up to that next point of interest, that next PD array, if you follow ICT concepts, the next PD array being an order block. So still have that up there as well. So still can go higher on that Bitcoin dominance. Money flow thick though. Money flow thick. That thing thick. All right. We're an hour in. You done? You done with me yapping my trap? Let's go back to Bitcoin. See what we're doing over here. Do we get up to? Oh, it broke through it. Look at that. Look at that. Looking kind of bullish. Let's see. What is our ooh, is that going to be a fake sweep? Fake sweep, fake sweep. What about we take this high before we broke the low and look at where we are and look at where we're getting rejected. If this closes below that 786, still got 9.5 minutes, so anything can happen. Last high before we break down. So maybe I need some kind of rule where if it's got to be like off of like a 3-candle pullback or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still working on it. I do like having the fluid trades up though, because that does help me see the market structure a little bit. But you still got to know your market structure because it's not exactly perfect, but it does help you identify these swing points. Again, that is Fluid Trades SMC Lite. Love this indicator. Love it. I don't have to draw out all my stuff. Although, like I said, it's not exactly 100% accurate, but it does show some key swing points. So we get to sweep. of the lows here, and now we're getting a push to the upside. But let's turn off money mode, see if there's anything else that we can be watching here. Okay, so we're still below the 0 line on our trend fusion, our volume metric, but we are putting in some reversal signals, but the reversal might have already happened. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, let's see. Let's bring up the velo. See what we're seeing here. Let's go down to the 5-minute. I'll go down to 15-minute. I'm on the 15 on that chart anyway. So what are we looking at here? So this move up, oh, this is driven by some spot. So that is interesting. This is driven by some spot. Our open interest is coming down a little bit. So whoever just went short after we broke this low probably just got wrecked. Okay, that's what that means. Whoever just went short after breaking this low just got wrecked. So we don't want to see that. Don't want to see that. 786. Go ahead and add 886. And let's make this green, this green. Turn everything else off. Bang, 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 bang. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. 236. Right there. Okay, what do I still have on here that I don't need on here? 618. Don't need a 618. I do like the 0.5 though. We're gonna keep that blue, and there we go. All right, we're still different colors here for some reason. Green on that. 886. All right, there we go. All right. All right then. Let's go ahead and lock that in. Go ahead and lock that in right there. Hit that lock tool, and there we go. All right, so coming up into our area of interest, from where to short from, but we do have cumulative and spot volume all moving up, both moving up, while our open interest is coming down. So we are seeing shorts getting liquidated, or at least they're closing their shorts because they saw the move to the upside. That could be a fake out, of course. To the right, there we go. Could be a fake out. But if this comes up and it does break this high, then what I'll do after that is I would just take from this low, pull to that high, and then look for a pullback, and then we can push to the upside. Because I don't know, my general feeling this week is that we might see a push back up into this resistance up here, this upper level here. So we'll see about that. But hey, as long as we're in the middle of a range, you know, we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Y'all can do whatever you want, but I'm not doing anything. This doesn't do anything for me. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's get rid of this fib real quick. Let's pull from this low to this high. See where we came. Right down to the 0.5. Nope, came up short. This low, there we go. So the first green candle of the move to the last green candle, bang, bang, right down to the 0.5. Got a nice push off of that. All right, so yeah, this could reverse from here, but this just means we're creating more froth, more frothy. Money flow is still pretty green, so, but our trend fusion isn't matching. We're not getting a bullish, no bullish divergences, nothing. So a little bit of fool's gold going on here, I think. Got resistance there. This actually was the high here. So, still fighting that level. Still getting rejected off of it. Shorts closing. Longs could be closing too. Profit take. That's all this indicates. This just indicates that the leverage positions are being closed one way or another, whether forcefully or manually. But if that does close without breaking through the box, I might consider taking a short. Quick look at FET if you have time. Sure thing, bud. Sure thing, bud. Starting to get a little bit of a break there. That's a pretty clean break. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we go from here. Where we go from here. FET. Where you at, Fetchy? That's so fetch. That's so fetch. Where my 90 kids at? That's so fetch. I don't even remember the last time I looked at this chart. I need a different. Is this going to show all of the old data too? Because the merger, you know, that whole thing. Okay. I really don't like this. Get this off of here. Money flows all green on the weekly. Got a little bit of a inverse head and shoulders, trying to maintain right there. And that's the ugliest. This one's gonna be tough. And talk about an ugly chart. So first thing I'm noticing is I see kind of a power of 3 move, which typically leads to consolidation range at the top. Get your manipulation, and then you get your distribution. So just be watching this level right here. I mean, it's basically the same thing across the board. Just watching that upper resistance level. Mixed signals. I mean, we got money flow in the red, volume metrics still green, but trend fusion, the trend oscillators coming down. True 7's barely above the 0 line. Yeah, I don't know. They are below the quantum reactor, which I have set to a certain time frame. I want to say 15 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. Got it set to 6 minutes. So right now it's red. sweep some lows. Kind of doing the same deal here. Last high before this low was swept is right here. Yep, right there. So maybe you can get up here to the quantum reactor to the 1.44, 1.44. If it shows signs of weakness, that might be a good short to take. Either that's it. Now, I haven't looked at this. I haven't tried this strategy on alts yet, so I've got no idea. Because alts tend to be a little more, well, not tend to be. They are more volatile than Bitcoin. So, but I do see an imbalance here in price. You see that? See, when you got a gap like that, those almost always get revisited. Got to fill the gaps. These almost always get revisited. And the fact that we've got, if I pull from the top and go down to the low here, and we've got our entry zone just above that, I could definitely see FET getting up there to that $1.47 before it possibly rolls over. If it was to move up here, we would just be looking for some type of bull div, which if it moved up quick enough, that could possibly send the trend fusion up. Okay, and then that would give us from this high to that would give us a lower high, and then it would give us a higher high in our oscillator. That is a hidden bearish divergence. So that's what I would be looking for on that. Little hidden bull dip, bull dip. Low to high, 50%, getting a bounce. But look, it's struggling. Now, before we broke this low, what have we got? What do we got? From this high to this low, where are we at? Right up to that level. See, guys, I've got to figure out what's going to be my how I'm going to pull it, because it could be lethal. But overall, I mean, FET, I mean, I like FET a lot. I mean, I've liked FET since 2021. So, and it's always been fetch.ai. I didn't know how they were going to do the AI stuff, but now we see that AI has become pretty prominent. But yeah. As far as day trading strategy, so that's what I'm kind of using that for, is for day trading. As far as a swing strategy goes, I would have to test out different time frames and stuff. But yeah, man, see, this one's hard because technically I could consider this a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5. So a 5-wave impulse. I mean, technically that's what that is. Not really. No. Because what you want to see on your third wave is for your third wave to take out a swing high, which we don't do here. Because if this was a third wave, then we don't take out this swing high. Instead, we get a pullback and we move higher. So, and I'm not even sure that I would even consider this an impulsive move down here. And then we go sideways for a long time. So that's why I really don't like pumps going into the weekend, or impulses being created right before a weekend. It's just not really what you want to see. Just kind of, to me, through my experience, is kind of like fool's gold. Yeah, because this is looking just when that C wave on an ABC, if that C wave is the one that takes out, then it's kind of like, ugh. All right. Maybe it's just an ABC correction, and then we're just gonna get another ABC correction, which I think we are. I think we are across the board. But I could definitely see alts, a lot of alt holding up better than Bitcoin in that instance. But yeah, I don't know. It's looking kind of weak. Got that weak sauce. I want to see some money flows start to turn green. Okay, big money flow. Let me get some big green money flow. We're still red, so I would still hold off. We do have a peak seeker though. Peak seeker on the bottom. Got one here, but we still got one more rollover. So, oh man, still looking for that one extra rollover. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Anything? All right, so we got the close, and we closed below. I'm just gonna leave this up and see what happens. Just gonna leave it up and see what happens. Getting back into it. We got a nice rejection off of that level, so we'll see. We'll see if it continues or not. Oh man, right off the quantum reactor too. Oh. If this had happened at the specific time I want to see it happen, like that early morning pre-market to market open, and about an hour or two after that, then great. But it's the weekend, so I don't know. This actually probably wouldn't be a bad trade to take from current price. Probably wouldn't be terrible. I like that trade actually. I like that trade a lot. And then my lower boundaries here. So, yep. We'll see. We'll see if that plays out or not, but I do got to get going, guys. Thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate each and every single one of you for stopping by. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out, maybe sharing with a friend or something. And if you have any ideas or suggestions on this strategy, let me know. I'll go over that. Let me know what you guys think about the nighttime show and all the stuff I'm going to be doing with that. Didn't really get too much into altcoins, but I mean, I don't know. That's another thing about the show, is that I'm gonna try and get a little more into alts, both for myself, mostly for myself, but it'll benefit you guys too. So I just want to do a little more deep dives and look into some charts. I stopped really paying attention to alts, just because I don't know. Bitcoin it's easier. It's just easier than keeping up with all these millions of altcoins. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm kind of tired of it. I'm just tired of it. I am ready for the great crypto washout to wash out all the trash, so I can stop looking at it and stop worrying about it. But but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you all for joining. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I will catch you tomorrow morning on Good Morning Crypto over on Piper Academy. With BC Port Corp. So yeah, love you guys. Again, thanks for joining me. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna listen to some music and have some fun. And I'll be in Discord. We'll share the chart and see if this plays out at all, and we'll go from there. I did not take this trade, just FYI. I did not take this trade. So this is just a test. This is a test. We'll see what happens with it. We'll see what happens with this trade. Okay? All right. But anyways, thank you all for joining me. Hope you all have had an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical weekend, and I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical day, the rest of your day. So yeah, stay safe, use a stop loss, and I will see you all tomorrow morning, bright and early, over on Piper Academy. Peace out. Love you guys. Ride the waves. Later.